Yomawari Night Alone has you play as a little girl walking her dog in what looks to be small town Japan. You can walk, you can run, you can tiptoe, you can throw things. Maybe you shouldn't throw things. So you go home and your sister is like, "Where's the dog? Because you don't answer, she runs off into the spooky ass night to go look for him and starts taking too long to return. At this point you leave to find her and find that the town at night is cursed as fuck and littered with ghosts with the uncanny ability to send you straight back to the last save point. You just have to die a little. Fair trade, honestly. That really is all the story you get in this game. The story starts and stops at find your sister. Sure, story isn't the main focus of this game, but that doesn't stop it from still coming off as a bit anemic. There's a bunch of environmental storytelling to substitute that. Shit you pick up has descriptions with micro-stories on them, and you can read billboards that say shit like, "Hey, some woman probably died in these fields." And would you believe it? There's a fucking ghost of that woman out to get ya. Hey girl. But yeah, as far as I know, really nothing on why you specifically are being targeted by ghosts, or why there's a plethora of ghosts to begin with. But if there's anything I've learned from fiction, Japan is fucking haunted. Thank you to my supporters. If you liked the video, consider subscribing or even joining the Patreon. Link on screen and in the description. If you do, you'll be thanked in the videos, be able to watch each video a week early, as well as gain access to bonus videos. As a little girl, there's not much you can do to survive against ghosts. All you've got are your legs that you can use to run the hell away, and a flashlight. I mean, you could throw shit like rocks, but I never found myself doing this. Some enemies respond and react differently to different stimuli. If they react to sound, you can use rocks to distract them, or if they react to light, you could throw a torch or use your flashlight depending on the situation. But outside of the section where the torches were mandatory, I just found it way easier to run around ghosts. The previously mentioned flashlight is the only real tool you've got this entire game. Most ghosts are only visible in the light, so you often only hear ghosts about to jump you, and you have to search for where they are by using the right stick to adjust where you're flashing light. Or you just do what I did most of the game and wiggle the flashlight back and forth for fun. Gotta get that APM up. But the most important mechanic in this game is that running costs stamina. However, the rate of your stamina drain depends on if there's ghosts coming for your ass. If you're casually strolling around, running doesn't cost that much stamina, and you're able to run for quite a long time. But if there's a ghost, the girl starts freaking the hell out, causing your stamina to drain damn quick. Suggestion if you're running a bit low on stamina, start mashing the run button. It makes you a bit faster than purely walking, and you're able to stretch your limited stamina a bit more. These are all the tools you're ever given in this game to explore this, quite frankly, very pretty game. Just about everything here in Yomawari is hand-drawn, from your character, to the city, the map, and all the ghosts, and it's all just gorgeous. Despite being a horror game, the game still exudes a cutesy vibe between the way the main character is adorable as hell, but especially from the menu UI. Both the map and the item screens are both drawn in what looks like crayon, almost as if the girl is practicing amateur cartography with some Crayola. Shit is cute as hell. The map itself is pretty easy to read, which is great, but it's also filled with details and landmarks that you pass by, like the school pool, the shrines, there's little trains on the tracks. And I'm sure you've been seeing it throughout this video that the city is beautiful. Every inch of this game stands out. Walking around the town has nothing but charm. The ghosts and creepy crawlies you come across range from serviceable to some fun designs. Most of the common enemies you encounter are fine. Tall ghost men or eyeball mouths and stone faces are, as I said, serviceable. They've got their purpose and they fill them and not much more. But other designs like the weird shit you deal with during the downtown section or the giant jellyfish are designs that I fuck with. They're cool. Despite Yomawari being a horror game, I honestly find this game very cozy and largely a chill experience. I enjoy walking around the town and fucking around on the streets and with the ghosts. The game itself is pretty low stakes since death isn't much of a setback, so that just leaves me to enjoy my time looking at all the pretty drawings that this game has to offer. Yes, there can be a frustrating section, more on that in a bit, but I found a lot of enjoyment just taking in the environment and atmosphere and having a pretty relaxed time with it. I'm sure you've noticed by now that this game opts to go for a mostly diegetic soundtrack. There really isn't any music in this game outside of the end credits. Instead, the game is populated by the sounds of being alone, walking around at night. A night alone, if you will. The sound of crickets is ever present in this game. Maybe you'll hear the rushing of water if you go past a river, or the hum of a vending machine. It's a largely quiet game with the only sound of life being that of your own footsteps. There's also the growls and barks of all the ghosts trying to fuck you up too. But yeah, no music, which really helps to drive home the fact that you are alone and not even given the comfort of a single song. But the sound that I feel is synonymous with this game is the sound of a heartbeat. The way the game indicates that you are in close proximity to a ghost is by the constant sound of a heartbeat. And I do mean fucking constant. There is rarely a point in the game where you are not near a ghost, which means that you are going to hear that heartbeat, likely more than you are not. I really hope that this sound doesn't bother you, because if it does, then Yomawari is fucking unplayable for you. I personally don't really mind it, but even then it is a bit ridiculous how ubiquitous it is. The one noise I did personally find annoying though is the telephone ringing during the downtown chapter. When you're not in the Silent Hill otherworld, just constant phone ringing. Hella annoying to me. Speaking of annoying, the last 2 sections of the game kinda suck. The final 2 sections, that being in the factory and running up the mountain, are both very similar, which makes it even worse since they're back to back. The factory has you running from a Sayano Udo looking ass monster chasing after you. It's got a large hitbox and you're being chased in pretty narrow areas. This is made even worse by the invisible crayon fuck asses that move when you're not looking at them, so even if you dodge that big ass monster, you get touched by something you can't even see and just die. It's not great. The run up the mountain has you being chased by a huge hand with a big hitbox as you're being chased in a pretty narrow area. And while the other ghosts out to get you aren't invisible, there are still ads you've gotta dodge. As you can probably tell, both of these sections are designed very similarly, that being frustratingly. And this is how the game closes. Yeah, Yomawari Night Alone unfortunately has a poor back half, which sucks. But what makes it even worse is that this game closes on the only boss fight in the game. That's right, the only one. The boss has a cool design. It's a big fuck-off spooky face made up of creepy dudes looking like they've come straight off Elysian body from Castlevania. It's a really cool design that you barely see. The boss itself is really easy, and the way it's designed means that if you're doing it well, you never see the head at all. What you've got to do is avoid the head and the hands and circumnavigate the arena and activate the shrines. The head does not move fast at all, meaning it can never catch up. The one cool thing about the ending, and you just don't see it. That's pretty much the whole game, which takes 3 to 5 hours to beat depending on what kind of person you are and how much you take your time. It took me about 3 hours to beat it. It's hella short. Honestly, a bit too short. When you beat the game, you're given a free roam if you wanted to continue to explore and find all the collectibles this game has. Which, yeah, there are plenty of collectibles that are scattered throughout the town. So if you wanted more to do in the game, then there you go. I have no idea how long it takes to do all that. I never bothered going for the collectibles in this game. All that for a game being sold for $20 fucking dollars? Look, I'll be real. I like this game, and I would recommend playing it. But there's too little for me to recommend it for $20. But fortunately, when it does go on sale, you can pick it up for $4, which I can recommend that in a heartbeat.